Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Leo for the month of October, including the last few weeks of September. So welcome, Leo. We are in the sign of Libra, which is the element of air. And you are in your third house, which is the teaching and learning house. It's knowledge-based house. It's communication. It's siblings. It's all these different stories in your life about getting things out there, communicating, learning whatever it is you have to learn. You might want to enroll in new study or find yourself interested in something and really put your mind to it and do. So it's all this third house. It's very much knowledge. And those around you too, like the siblings and the neighbours and all that kind of thing. So it'll be quite interesting. And your energy is the Hanging Man, so very much about patience, going with the flow this month, just seeing what's out there, not sort of jumping in to get somewhere. It's about just sitting there and learning and being patient and seeing what's there and available to you, plus with the people around you as well, those closest to you, being a bit more patient and understanding and going with the flow with these people. Okay, so where you are right now, Leo, is, and we have the King of Swords. So very much the card of clarity. He's at the top of his game intellectually. This man is usually something like a lawyer, a doctor, or somebody like that who has used his intellect for his best and received really great results from it. But there's something about him too, Leo, that you might find a bit peculiar, that why he wears this sort of armour around. So it might be somebody in your sphere. This month, that especially Leos will be quite interested in. They will be happy to sort of view this person and go, well, what's he all on about? He certainly can talk the talk, but why is he dressed in such armour? What's he hiding behind in that armour? So it's all about bringing clarity, especially with this male energy here. Leo, there might be somebody, well, obviously there is somebody right there who sort of you're looking at, and just with your sharp minds there, Leo, thinking, well, what's all about this going on? Who is this person? He talks the talk, but can he walk the walk? The energy, the influence energy, and this one that will influence the other cards, and this one is Ace of Swords. So very much about cutting through new beginnings out of difficult times. So I'm guessing, Leo, you're really going to see through things and be very clear this month about what's going on and how things work and how things people are, and really just being very sort of not critical so much, but being sort of very intellectual about the people around you and what they're on about, what their message they're bringing to you, and seeing it with these sort of eyes of a person that's very much got a clarity about them. And it may have, I think it may have, of course it has its roots in the month, that's the 4 weeks that have just passed. So it's quite interesting to see what will manifest out of this story. A great deal of clarity as far as you're concerned anyway, especially with, I think, with mentor figures or people in positions of power that you are associated with. Very interesting. Let's have a look at what was going in August, September. Good news on the way, so very much good news time there. You getting out and about, doing things, travelling, you know, just being very What were you in last time? Your second house, your values, all these sorts of things going well for you. very much a time of things moving along quite nicely for you. Very much positive, very much action-packed and inspirational as well. So maybe this is where you got that sort of fire started again in your belly, where you thought, okay, this is where I'm going to go. I got a lot of inspiration from what went on in August, September. Now I'm going to sort of couple that with my intellect and really clarity that I've received. So overall, Leo, you're looking pretty good. I'm thinking it's just been quite productive, and it will continue to be. Plus you've got this amazing intellectual positivity about you this month, where you see everything for exactly what it is and who they are. Recent influences and very much travel, movement has been on the cards very much, and this is always a good card to get to. Just travelling around, moving around, things very much in the fast lane, going here, going there. Another Wands card, which is very much part of your family, the fire and movement, and that's what you enjoy, Leo. You enjoy to be out there sort of learning new things from different people, picking up tips and just adding to your knowledge, which is this, as we said earlier, this is what your this month's all about. So really nice cards for just things just moving nicely forward for you, but also having gained quite a bit of knowledge on recent weeks of just being able to sort of be out there and be active, and also be learning a lot within your intellect. The lesson you will be learning, yeah, new projects coming in, and there it is. As we said, it's a knowledge building couple of weeks coming up. Very much some new projects just about to germinate. Seeds been planted, and it's about to, all you have to do is sort of water it and feed it, and it will grow into something quite productive later on, especially in terms of stability and maybe even career-wise. Something else is, there's an offshoot coming up that's really good, and combined with your intellect and your active and just Leo way of doing things, very much action people, this looks very promising as well, Leo. So brilliant, and it just fits with where you're at. Near future. And then we have really beautiful 6 of coins, so working well, very balanced card. Giving and taking on equal measure, feeling like you really kind of balanced. I think you've balanced your positive fire side with your action side with your intellect and your sharpness and your clarity. So because you're a Leo's and your opposite is Aquarius, so you've very much got this balanced down pat as you're coming into, you know, the October time, really doing quite well there, Leo. It's a beautiful card to get, this one. It's hard to achieve this balance as well. So whenever this card comes up, 6 of coins, it's very much reward card for being able to maintain that balance. Okay, let's see what's happening that you're not realizing. And we have 3 of coins, working well together, very much working well together, new things coming in. It's a 3 card as well, which is interesting. So very much a couple of earth cards here as well, just to balance out the fire and the air. And we've got working well together, spiritual learning as well. Who's teaching who, what you've learned, what you can teach, all that kind of thing is very beneficial for you, especially for where you are in your, especially in terms of work and communication, Leo. This this last couple of weeks have been very beneficial for you. You're not quite realising it yet because it's been a bit of a whirlwind. However, the cards are saying it's pretty damn good. How others see you. Fear for fear's sake. Oh my goodness me, Leo. Yeah, a bit of sleepless nights. You know, not being able to sort of worry for worry's sake, really. So, you know, or maybe that's how other people are seeing you. Whereas meanwhile, we see you as you know, you're being seen like this, but maybe you are putting out that sort of doubtful energy just so you can sort of set a bit of a trap for people. They don't really know what you're doing, but this is how you're sort of wanting to come across, but really, as we can see, you're doing really well. So it's quite funny, actually. It's almost like a decoy, isn't it? Or come across as, oh, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. I'm not really sure if that's going to work, but deep down, all the other cards are blazingly obvious that, yes, you in fact do. Very interesting. Positive feelings, Leo. And we have the Emperor, so the control. It's always about the control. So you're feeling quite positive about this, where you're going with work. You've definitely put in all the hard yards. You've reached somewhere where you feel quite happy with what you've done, and you're still going places with the Emperor, which is very much a great card to have, because he gets there by sheer hard work and discipline and strategy, all the rest of it, and it takes a good long while to be an Emperor. But also positive feelings. This might be this sort of person here that's sort of your superior, that can be a bit controlling and all the rest of it, but that's all right. You know exactly how to manage that, don't you, Leo? And you're not Leo's spy default. You know exactly who's the king of the jungle, really. But this is just another one of the challenges, but it's also saying, you know, you're just as good as everybody else. You give as good as you get, and you've certainly worked your way into being where you are by your own hard work. So interesting take on the Emperor. So just watch out for that control, as well as congratulating yourself on actually doing a lot of hard work to get where you get. The outcome. And we have the little spy card of the Page of Swords. So all sorts of things up in the air, not really knowing, people talking about you, people looking you up on social media. Everything seems a bit up in the air, but maybe that's what you wanted all along, who knows. But yeah, just maintain that, just sit there with that energy. As we go into the end of October, this is quite interesting, everything up in the air. Can be a travel card too, but yeah, don't worry so much, because I think you really put down a lot of strong things going on. So finishing the month off with a bit of the little spy card coming in. So as long as they're talking about you, Leo, I wouldn't worry, and just leave things up in the air, because as you got, your energy was the Hanging Man. So just go with the flow. Things go up and they must come down, and vice versa. Your lesson message. Oh, exactly. Patience. At the end of the way is freedom. Till then, patience. Patience is a fine, noble quality. It implies that everything is possible in the timelessness of space and being, and a deep knowingness reminds you that nothing can fail but your own impatience. Exactly the same as the Hanging Man, really, Leo. So don't even worry about the little spy card at the end. Everything will work out just fine. Thank you so much for listening.